Welcome to Dr. Jarrett's Science Shenanigans Teacher Edition. I'm excited for you to be here with me today. I'm excited to share my knowledge of the grade 5 science standards, specifically what the students will need to know and will not need to know to pass their 5th grade science assessment. Do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again. I've been passionate about empowering educators in science education for many years. My dedication to science education also led to my dissertation, which focused on developing impactful lessons for science improvement. Since 2007, I've worked with over 75 schools across Florida, assisting in boosting grade 5 science scores. Together, we're making a difference in how young minds explore and engage with science. I'm so excited about you being here with me today. Investigating and describe some basic forms of energy, and we're going to specifically talk about heat. Now, heat is not really talked about in 4th grade, but in 3rd grade, 3P11.1 and 3P11.2 is definitely discussed in the 3rd grade. And then again in 5th grade, when we're just talking about the basic forms of energy. So in 3rd grade, the students observed and investigated and explained. So those three things, they got to investigate it, they got to observe it, and they have to explain it. So they got to observe it with their eyes, they got to explain it with their mouths, or they got to handwrite it down. That things that give off light also give off heat. And so um, this is going to be important for them to understand that if it gives off light, it's going to give off heat. Even though I have a um, light on my phone, all the kids have phones now. So I got a light on my phone and I turn the light on my phone. But when I touch it, oh my gosh, it's not heat. It's not hot, Dr. Jarrett. Well, no, but eventually it will get hot. So I'm not saying that it's going to get hot right this second. Some things do get hot right that second. But if it gives off light, it gives off heat. And so they will need to understand that. Also, they need to connect heat and thermal together. So whenever I say heat, I should always in my head say what? Thermal. If I see thermal, I should say what? Heat. And so those words are interchangeable. And so they're going to have to know that. Also, the items will not assess transformation of energy. That is a total different benchmark where the students are going to transfer things, but they're going to transfer them using electrical. So, again, we're just talking about heat right now. If it is light, it gives off heat. It may not burn you, but it gives off heat. And so, what gives off heat? The sun. We get energy from the sun. So, boom, the sun has light and the sun also has heat. Heat is also thermal. Thermal is also heat. So, whenever you hear heat, you should say thermal. Whenever you hear thermal, you should say heat. I embed that in everything that I say when I'm talking with the students so that they get a clear understanding that that's what they're supposed to say in their minds. Also, investigate, observe, and explain that heat is produced when one object rubs another object, such as rubbing one's hands together. Hey man, that's a free activity right there. So the kids take their hands and they rub them together, rub them, and they get hot. And so that helps the students to understand that when objects are rubbed against another, that heat is produced. And so that would be a definite vocabulary. Again, we're talking about investigating, describing, explaining, observing. The students are going to have to do something hands on for them to grasp this information and understand this information. Again, you can watch a video that's really quick. Anything over 3 to 4 minutes is now called a movie to me. So they don't need that. They just need a quick little snippet of what they're expected to know about heat. And we're reviewing concept 3P11.1, 3P11.2. And that might not be a review for some of our scholars. That might be the first time they're hearing this information. So we want to make sure that they fully grasp this concept. Again, you're just talking about heat that specific day that you're teaching the lesson. You don't want to do any other benchmarks. Again, if it gives off light, it gives off heat. Heat, thermal, thermal, heat. Also, when you rub your hands together, you produce heat. Again, you produce heat. So don't let them try to switch it and say, well, why don't I have light? Light's not coming from my hands while I'm rubbing them. No, 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 it's not. Why? Because if it has light, then it has heat, not the other way around. So I hope this has helped you with this benchmark. Thank you so much again for watching this session. The book, Unveiling the Power of Impactful Science Instruction, is available on Amazon, and it is a glimpse into my dissertation investigating the improvement in science achievement among fifth grade science students when using the instructional model.